Picasso used to be invited to his retrospectives, and he didn't want to go, and he used to say, "But I know them already." And of course, I must admit that I don't know everything I did. And well, I mean, I know and I don't know. And when you see a large show with an endless number of things, you are sometimes surprised. I tell people that I'm a very lazy person. In fact, I'm very proud of being very lazy. However, when I see all the work I did, I begin to wonder whether I'm being truthful, that perhaps I'm not as lazy as I think. The artist is a talented person. The artist does something that he wants to do, which is rather unusual in the world we live in because most people are busy doing things they don't like to do. Yes, I think I have from time to time in the course of my life been considered rather odd. I've never understood what is so odd about me. I have breakfast. I take walks. At the moment, I sometimes go to Starbucks. So, nevertheless, I didn't always fit into a particular kind of role that people felt comfortable with.
Do you remember the first time when you took a camera and decided or felt this is my life for the rest of the time that I'm here?
I don't think I did that. I stumbled into everything that I did, and I was not that definite about anything. I think the search for beauty is a very valid occupation and preoccupation. I don't feel anyone should apologize for Matisse's paintings. I don't think that those areas of art that strive for beauty need to be questioned. I think it was Renoir who said, he was asked about his painting, and he said, "Life can be very miserable. Why do we have to show it?"
You started out as a photographer of fashion,
Yeah.
but the women that you photographed, they look extraordinarily beautiful, erotic.
Well, they were beautiful. They were beautiful. You know, when you do fashion photography, you are basically, let's not be romantic about it, they're selling clothes. And they want the clothes to look nice, and they want the women to look nice, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. And sometimes, you know, in a magazine like Harper's Bazaar, they would actually show an editorial photograph to an advertiser to find out whether he liked the way his particular dress looked, which I thought was maybe not the right thing to do, but I had very little to say about anything. So, you know, I don't think there is nothing that anyone can do that will interfere with certain people's talent for confusion. If someone wants to endow a photograph of mine with something that I never saw and that I never knew, there's not too much I can do about it. If you're very lucky and you do work, and there are certain people who admire it, who like it, who buy it, you're very lucky. You can't control. No one can control.
Did you ever respond to a negative review of your work, or?
I am very lucky. I have never been criticized.
How could I ask that question? Yeah.
No one, No one has ever told me that I'm a bad photographer, although recently someone wrote that my fashion pictures lacked the poetry and the mystery of some other. Nevertheless, they were.
Good.
They were
Yeah.
of some. But I've never been there. I once went to see an art director, and he looked at me and he said, "I wanted to see you." And I said, "Why?" And I thought you wanted to look at my... No, he said, "I wanted to figure out, are you a genius or not?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, someone told me you were a genius."
And how did he leave you? What was his conclusion?
The conclusion was he didn't give me any work.
Thank you so much, Saul Leiter.